Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Bobby Ward. Welcome to another episode of iAMFUN. It is 11:30, Friday morning. I am on my way to the Taylor Family YMCA. Well, I will participate in a couple hours of HIIT cardio in the form of adult pickup basketball. I have been doing my best to stay active, stay moving, stay pushing myself, accelerating my heart rate, sweating, feeling the burn, applying pressure to my body, applying stimulus to it. I've been doing it in the form of either basketball or just simply going for a run. And when I say run, just call it run, but more, if you were to ever drive by me or walk by me, it's a jog at best. You know, it's a jog at best. If I were to run, I wouldn't be able to maintain that pace. And when I'm running, I try to maintain my breath and maintain my pace. Now, when I'm running outside, there's different levels of incline or decline, which certainly impacts my running. I have to cross some roads, which means I need to focus on my surroundings. I try to focus on my breath. I do a combination of looking exactly where I'm stepping and also looking straight forward, focusing on an object ahead or above. Trying to maintain a constant breath. Just like I'm told in yoga to focus on breathing, you know, that's one thing that most people don't realize that they're missing out on in life is our ability to focus on our breathing. And focus is just the thought process of it, but it's the actual result of concentrated breathing that you get. And what do you get with focused breathing? You get like a sense of a steadiness, clarity, focus. And it also, you know, it's supplying oxygen to your entire body. And it's just good that you take in long, deep breaths, controlled, as often as you can. Don't wait till you come to yoga class to do it. Do it as often as you can. It takes being aware, because your body's going to do it whether you like it or not. You're going to breathe whether you like it or not. You know? But it takes effort to breathe long and deep. It doesn't have to be to the point where you're, you know, grunting around all day. You don't have to be that extreme, you know. I know we do that in yoga class sometimes. A lot of people are embarrassed to get it going. I actually had a teacher earlier this week who was, you know, she was trying to get us to do like a lion's roar, and my participation was a D. You know, I went through the motions, but I didn't really give it my all. It just, in the moment, it just seemed silly to me. It just seems silly to me, but it does have purpose. And if I break down, it's like, well, you know, what are you feeling silly about? And what you feel silly about is that you're going to feel embarrassed that other people see you do it. And it's your ability to be silly, be playful, be energetic, have confidence in yourself. Don't worry about what other people may think of you. I promise you, if you give 100% effort like you don't care about anything else, just like you're so in the zone, I promise you there are people who are going to look at you and then want to do it as well. And this can be applied in all aspects of life. You know, how many of us out there don't run right now because we're horrible at running? How many of us out there don't lift weights right now because we're horrible lifting weights? How many of us don't do pull-ups right now because we can't pull up? How many of us don't do push-ups? How many of us don't jog? How many of us don't read? How many of us don't write? And I'm not saying that you don't. Most of us do. Some more than others. Some more efficiently than others. Begin to be aware of what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, what's easy for you, what's difficult for you, what do you like, what do you not like? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? Start shifting your focus onto where you are now. Doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter your gender. What matters is who you are right now. What are you doing with yourself? Where are you going? Who are you talking to? Who are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you doing with your life? It's not right or wrong. None of it is right or wrong. It's about becoming aware. Just becoming aware. If you're unaware, you are ignorant. And if you are ignorant, you will never make progress because you will not realize that something could be better. And I promise you, just about everything in this life that we live can be better. But in order for things to be better, it takes effort. And sometimes people have been exposed to better because their parents worked hard and provided them with a lot of things. And this is a double-edged sword. We'll talk about that another time. It's hard for me to really dive into it because I don't really relate to it to a certain extent. But nonetheless, I want to stay focused here. Become aware of your actions. Because things can be better. Things are going to get worse, for sure. That's part of life. You know, at the end of the day, everything is born, you live a life, and then you die. That happens to all living organisms. All living organisms. Believe it or not, the trees die eventually, but they live for a long time. They're a giant organism. They join collectively, which we can do. And we can join together and begin to inspire our friends, our families, our loved ones, our communities, and all the people around you. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how good it is or how bad it is. Speaking of good and bad, there's an equal part to both sides. Love, hate, good, bad, up, down, left, right, black, white, positive, negative. You could keep going. That's life. So if you're experiencing these extreme lows, I would imagine that you probably have a lot of extreme highs as well. And I say that in the sense that my shift of focus on fun has allowed me to become more centric, more balanced. And if I could try to describe it, I try not to be on a roller coaster like this anymore. Instead, I try to find a balance and then raise that up. Raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. And I keep, that's my goal. I have it written down on a giant piece of paper in my office. Do you want to be a better version of yourself? Just ask yourself that. Do you want to be a better version of yourself? Except say I. Look yourself in the mirror and say I. Do I want to be a better version of myself? I'm not kidding. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that out loud, and out loud as if you are a different person responding. Say yes. Say yes. And once you say yes, commit yourself to being aware. Aware of who you are. Are you focusing on fun? Are you focusing on your fitness? Are you focusing on your understanding? Are you focusing on your nutrition? I'm going to keep repeating these things. When you repeat something over and over and over and over and over, whether you believe it or not, it becomes ingrained in your mind. And I find great purpose in wanting to take back control of my body, mind, and my soul. Let me break that down. Body. Very simple. Everything from your head to your toes consists of your body. Mind. Your brain. Your thoughts. A lot of people associate the heart with that as well. And if you do, go ahead. Put that in there. And the soul. Soul's a tricky one. Soul's a tricky one. You have your religious people, your non-religious people. Soul. What is soul? It's tough for me to say, but to me, my interpretation of soul is the voice that you hear inside of your head. The visions that you see when your eyes are closed. The thoughts you hear when there are no noise. The voice that speaks to you in your head. We all have it. What is your soul saying to you? Is your soul encouraging you? Or is your soul ripping you apart? What are you telling yourself? Because I'm telling myself that I'm fun. And I'm going to keep saying it every single day. And every single day I'm going to try to make sure I'm doing something about it. But with that being said, folks, I have reached my destination. It's time to get that cardio in. Try to cross some people up. Knock down a couple jumpers and win some games. Intensity. Control. Passion. Enjoyment. There's a reward in it. I am fun. Are you?